Hi guys, Berry Babe here, checking in. I'm all dressed for the wedding, and I probably won't get a chance to vlog after the meal. If it's still daylight, maybe I'll come on and tell how I did. Today was pretty much a goose egg. I don't know if it had anything to do with the whipped cream. And yes, that pile of stuff in that teeny little short video was the whipped cream. It was calling to me, so I came out and tried to film myself squirting it on the ground. And my camera was overloaded, so I got this much. At least I got this much. Andy thought maybe I was downloading. Well, I was downloading, but it was pre-ingested, not pre-digested, pre-ingested food. My mood's a little better today. When I was responding to one of Jamie's condolences, you know, you seem down. Yeah, I'm bummed. That was a downer video, and it isn't so much the weight loss, I don't think. Yeah, I am bummed. I'm up several pounds, and I'm trying very hard to get minimal. I don't know how well I'm going to do between tonight and being gone. I'm planning to be minimal. I've cleaned the trailer out of most everything that could tempt me. But I think that what I'm experiencing is, when we talk about a food funeral, it's not a food item. It's not never have again kind of a thing. It's end of an era. Andy was saying, you know, it's taken you a while to get here. You know, good for you. But yeah, it's taken a lifetime for me to get here, and I'm sitting here looking at the possibility, very close possibility, of being thin for the rest of my life, however much is left. And I'm not being fatalistic, it's just I think some people wonder why I'm having so much plastic surgery so late in life. Well, for the first time, I'm enjoying my body. First time in my life since I was 11 years old. That, you know, after that, you know, the boobs started dropping and everything. I had shame from ridicule prior to that. I had a panty from the age of 7, as far back as I can remember. So I'm 63 years old now. I've never been thin. I mean, I've been lower, and I've been overweight. I haven't been obese in a few years, but I'm still 300 pounds in my mind. But the thought of, we're talking about not giving up just food that goes in my mouth. We're talking about a way of life, an orientation to living. In order to keep what I have, I'm going to have to work for it. And I'm lazy as hell when it comes to food. I'm very much an instant gratification person. I want it, I get it, I eat it. If I want an item and I can afford it, I order it. Sometimes maybe when I can't afford it. But that instant gratification, my brother got the delayed gratification. My sister even got some of that. I got none. Although when I work toward a goal, I do it. I know some of you think I'm going way overboard with this keto thing, and perhaps I am. When I was diagnosed with diabetes, I read everything I could get my hands on, to the point where I knew as much about controlling it. I won't be arrogant and say as much as my doctor, but I knew the science, the current science. I knew how insulin worked. I knew what kind of insulin, and And a few years ago, before I had my last surgery, my blood sugar was out of control again. But I knew that if I got back on insulin, that affects when you go for insurance, because once you're a diabetic and you're on insulin, it's like, psh, you're not real for anybody. And so I know because someone was denied Aflac, a certain Aflac policy where I worked because they were on insulin. So I ordered it from Canada and self-dosed based on, I would read my blood sugar and then, but I have to admit that I was letting my sugars run high sometimes because it made me lose weight. Stupid, stupid, stupid. So when I'm trying everything, you know, someday if I have lots of time, I will do an obesity history because, you know, I had staples in my ears. You're supposed to rotate them and it'll make you nauseous. Well, who wants to do that? I didn't. So, you know, and I've had multiple surgeries. HCG has been what's been able to let me get there. Had I discovered keto sooner, perhaps. But I want to be sure that I don't screw this up, because I don't want to have to take this weight off again. And a lot of people start low carb keto to lose weight, and I don't want to do that. I want to do it to keep the weight. So, what am I saying here? I am grieving the loss of a way of life because my life will change. Now when I'm on HCG, I go out with people and my choices are limited. I'm kind of an anomaly. I kind of have to make myself fit. Now when I go out being anywhere keto, I'm going to have to make myself fit. It won't be wild abandon anymore. And oh, I love wild abandon. I don't like the after effects, the way I feel, but you know, eating with abandon, let's just go for it. I always start out, you know, that on my birthday when I started eating, I just really felt, I want to say pious, but I felt confident that I had a handle on it, but it started sliding. And then slid and slid and slid, and that's what I do because my body, I get it in, the insulin goes up, and then my body starts, and then when the insulin drops, I get a blood sugar drop, my body screams, feed me. So I'm really thinking that the keto way of life is what I'm going to need to do now. I was just watching someone today who was doing the differences between low carb and keto. And she's very much a purist, and I don't think I'm going to be a purist because I'm going to want to make some low-carb goodies. But it's just trying to fit those low-carb goodies in with the macros because you don't get much protein. Cream cheese has got protein. It's got a little bit of carbs, so to get what I need, I'm going to need to finagle. And that's where I'm trying to figure it out. And maybe coming back on P2, and I'm still slowly letting go. I mean, I've got bags of pork rinds. I'm ready to do pork rind pizza and pork rind onion rings, and they even have a pork rind spice cake. I want to make that one for my husband because he likes spice cake. He's been so yuck on pork rinds. When he did low carb, he ate pork rinds and blue cheese something, but now he just likes pork rinds. But and see if he even notices. But I can't. So I was gearing up. Oh, I'm doing P2. I can't have pork rinds. I bought some avocados to make guacamole, but I shouldn't be eating guacamole. Okay. So I think I had him get a lime. You know, there's a lot of different guacamole things. I figured out how to make it without the chunks, and I even bought a bag of tortilla chips for my kids so they could try it. And I'm thinking, well, if I'm gonna try the guacamole, just to try it, then I really should have it on a tortilla chip so I don't say I don't like it because of the pork rind. Oh, danger, danger, danger. So guys, you are watching raw TV here. You know, the emotions, I just really don't mask much. And I really do kind of think out loud when I'm here with you. And I think that rather than HCG being the end of my journey, ending HCG is just the beginning of my journey. And I know that many of you watching me have carb addiction as well. So, I don't know. I tried bulletproof coffee just to try it. I got some decaf. I can't do coffee. I hate coffee. I got all this coffee. I don't like coffee. So I got online and found a different alternative and ordered some stuff, but that's what I do. I'm good at planning and ordering, and it's the follow through. Now, A New Life at 40 is doing really well with her balanced macro eating, and she's losing weight and it's working for her, but it's almost like I have to immerse, I have to go purist in order to keep from sliding. And I want to be keto adapted. I want to be all the way in. I want all the benefits that come from burning fat as fuel, the end of the fatigue, the healing of my thyroid issues, which the doctor says I don't have, but I have the healing of my adrenals. But there are things that can knock you out. Stress, not getting enough sleep, over-exercising. So it's like, well, shit, you work so hard to get in, and then it's easy to get kicked out. So everywhere you go, somebody's got a different opinion. So that's really death of an era, death of 60 decades. 6 decades, 60 years of struggling and being, you know, I was the kid who'd say, go ask your mother if we can have a cookie. But don't tell her I said it. And then they go in and say, Sherry wants to know if we can have a cookie. Shh, you weren't supposed to tell. That was me. And knowing, you know, I used to babysit, and it's how many chocolate chips can you take out of the canister, or cookies can you take out of the canister. Heaven help me if they had exactly 4 dozen and they were giving them away, because they didn't have 4 dozen by the time they got home. Eat whatever you want. I took that literally. So the other thing, Lily's chocolate, it's good. I got a bar, but I got some of the chips, and they're teeny little ones, and they're just right. Only you have to be careful, because 60 little ones is like 9 carbs. I don't know, I don't remember, but it's like not a free food. So it's good to know that I can have those, and I found a 7-layer cookie, low carb. Oh my God, that's my favorite. So I'm running out of time from not thinking I had a whole lot to say. I'll try and be doing my steps tonight, and if I'm able, I'll come on and let you know how I did at the wedding. Otherwise, I'll vlog tomorrow. Up north where we're going, they only have weak Wi-Fi at the office, so I don't know. I should be able to get in tomorrow morning, but beyond that, I don't know. So that's all for now.